Hello, everybody.
Okay, next we have Dale Dodson.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dodson. You understand your rights in court today?
Yes, I do.
And did you receive a copy of the complaint?
Yes, I did.
Did you read it? Did you understand what the charge is?
Yes, sir.
So it looks like they filed a charge of violation of protection order. Now, that's a misdemeanor of the first degree. Carries up to 180 days in the county jail and up to a $1,000 fine. So do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And you have a right to have me read that out loud. However, it's not required. Did you wish for me to read it or no?
No, sir.
Okay. How do you want to plead to the charge, Mr. Dodson?
I'd like to plead not guilty today, Your Honor.
Okay.
And, am I free to speak or should I wait?
I'm going to go ahead and ask you a few questions, and then I will give you a chance to make a statement before I make any decisions about your bond. First, though, I need you to confirm your address for me, please.
And that's Avenue, Parma, Ohio, 44134.
Okay. Are you employed?
Yes, 2 jobs.
Where do you work?
One I'm laid off. What? Sorry.
Where do you work?
One Glass and Metal Solutions. I'm laid off right now from there because it's slow.
And
It's construction.
where's the other job?
The other one's social life. I set up outdoor movie like projection screens and the events.
Okay.
I have work Wednesday and Thursday this week. Sorry.
All right. Tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a quick look here at the file, and then when I'm finished reviewing that, I will give you your opportunity to be heard. Okay?
Yes, sir. And sorry, I don't have my glasses. I don't have, so I can't see right now. So if I look weird looking at you or trying to see, that's why.
Okay. So, Mr. Dodson, I'm going to go ahead and give you an opportunity to make a statement before I set your bond, but I want to caution you about talking about what may or may not have happened back on July the 4th, when they alleged that this occurred, because we are recording everything you say, and obviously any statements that you make could possibly be used in prosecution. And after you finish speaking, I do have a representative here from the prosecutor's office who wishes to be heard. But what would you like to say about bond?
About bond, right now I would just ask for a personal so I can get back to work. And, I thought my attorney, Mr. Barstow, I had met with, we were supposed to plead this out, I thought Thursday. And so, I showed up to court Thursday and nobody was here. I was with my witness. So I'm just kind of confused right now. And I just want to get my life back, man. And I just, like I said, I have work Wednesday and Thursday this week. And, I just been struggling a little bit with bills, being laid off from my other job, and just really trying to, I just want to put this behind me. And it's been a lot of stress, and that's, if I could get a personal, I'd be very appreciative of it. And I just, I want to move forward.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dodson. Ms. Yeager, who is one of the assistant law directors, AKA prosecutors upstairs, is here in the courtroom. Ms. Yeager, did the state wish to be heard regarding bond?
Yes, Your Honor. First, we did provide the court with a statement from the victim, Courtney Legg, that she wished us to provide to you for your review in setting bond today. Additionally, we just wanted to remind the court that Mr. Dodson, as he's pointed out, had other cases. He has 2 other pending matters before this court. One is a single count of a protection order violation. The other has 3 counts of communication harassment, and I believe protection order violations as well. Mr. Barstow does represent the defendant on those cases. My understanding is at some point, I believe these cases were harmonized. However, no one was here on these cases this past Thursday. Due to the failure of Mr. Dodson to appear and his continued contact with the victim, despite being told not to have any contact with her, we would ask for a high bond to be set in these matters.
All right. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Dodson.
I was here on Thursday. I was with my witness, Ryan Marone. They gave him a check for $133.38. And I had contacted Mr. Barstow because court was at 8 a.m. and I had left at 5:30 in the morning to travel down here. And Ryan had to get they spelled his last name right. And when we were down here in the court, they went ahead, he had to go downstairs. They changed it. So I was here. was here on Thursday with also my mother who, was going to be a witness as well. So, I'm just confused. I just want to get this over and get it done and get it passed.
Now,
I just don't.
this says you were arrested on, I believe it was
Friday.
Saturday up in Parma.
Yes, sir.
And then did Lincoln County go all the way up to Parma to get you, or did they meet them halfway, or what happened there?
No, they went up there and got me.
Okay. All right.
I just want to get this done and over with. I just need to move on with my life. I was struggling mentally. I'm in a way better state mentally now. I had some therapy. I just need to get this done and over and, leave them alone, let her go her separate ways. I do have some of her belongings I did want to return. I don't know how to go about
Those are
that.
issues that are going to be dealt with down the road, but based upon the fact that we have 3 now active cases involving similar alleged behaviors, that does cause the court great concern. I'm going to set your bond today at $10,000 cash or surety or 10% with the explicit condition that you have absolutely no contact with Courtney Legg. That means directly, indirectly, through third parties, by way of social media postings, just no contact at all. Now,
Your Honor, would you be,
go
sorry.
ahead.
Would you be willing to do 5,000?
Well,
So this way,
this
I
isn't
can
a
still
used
get.
car lot, Mr. Dodson. We're not going to haggle over your bond, all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you want Mr. Barstow or any lawyer to represent you on this as well, you'll have to fill out a new application. They are available there at the jail. But because you're
Okay.
being held in lieu of bond now, this case will be fast-tracked and set very quickly. Do you have any other questions today, sir?
No, thank you.
All right, then you may go with the officer. Thank you. All right, James Friend.
Yes,
Good
Your
afternoon,
Honor.
sir. Are you Mr. Friend?
I sure am.
And Mr. Friend, do you understand your rights in court today?
Yes,
Did you receive a copy of the complaint?
I did.
Did you read it and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with disorderly conduct domestic, which is a Newark City ordinance. It's a misdemeanor of the 4th degree, and it carries up to 30 days in jail and up to a $250 fine. Understand?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now,
Your
you
Honor.
have a right to have me read your complaint out loud in its entirety, but it's not required. Would you like for me to read that or no?
No, that's all right.
How do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
What is your current address?
That's where I'm living currently.
And is there an apartment number?
No, it's a house. It's my mother's house.
All right. What's your zip?
43055 or 56. Sorry.
All right. Are you employed, Mr. Friend?
I am disabled
How long have you been receiving disability benefits?
since I was 17.
Okay. All right, let me take a quick look here at the file, then we're going to set a bond for you and get you on your way, but let me read this first, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Friend, I'm going to go ahead and release you on your own recognizance on the condition that you have no contact either directly or indirectly with Melissa Wright while this case is pending. Now, you may still have belongings at the King Road address. You can make arrangements with, looks like this was a Newark Police Department case, so you would have to make arrangements with NPD for what's called standby assistance. The folks at the jail can explain to you what that is, but you can't go over there on your own as long as she resides there. Do you understand?
Sounds good, yes.
All right, this case will be randomly assigned to a judge and set for a trial. You're going to get notice through the mail of when that's going to be. If you're going to be going for court-appointed attorney, go ahead and get an application from the jail, but since you're getting out, you're going to be the one who has to turn that in. Understand?
Thank you, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Do not wait until the day of your trial to deal with getting a lawyer if you want one. Deal with that right away.
So if I need an attorney, I do that right away.
Exactly. You don't have to get a lawyer, but if you're going to get one, if you're going to go that route, get your application turned in immediately. Any questions?
All right. I do not. Thank you, Your Honor.
You may go with the officer. Thank you, Mr. Friend.
Thank you.
Arana Graham. Good afternoon, ma'am. Are you Miss Graham?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Ms. Graham, you're here because Judge George issued warrants for your arrest. Looks like pretty recently, I think. No, not that recently. April the 4th. You had a traffic charge of driving without a valid driver's license, which, based upon your previous driving record, is an unclassified misdemeanor. You pled not guilty to that, it looks like, back in March. And then you've got a criminal case in which you failed to appear for a trial on April the, well, actually, the trial itself was April 3rd, warrant went out April 4th. And because both your cases were assigned to Judge George, All I'm going to do today is simply set bonds on these cases and then send them back over to Judge George because he was the assigned judge, not me. So, do you understand all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you want to say anything about A, why you missed court, or B, anything else before I decide what your bond should be?
Yes, sir.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so, the address that I had put on there, I was currently living there, but then I moved shortly, like, I would say like around like the end of March, beginning of April. It was just like I was going through some hardships, and I'm a single mother. So I predominantly take CODA in Columbus. So it was a little hard for me to get around, and then like me going to jail, my dad was a little mad at me. So it was like we wasn't talking or speaking at the time, and that's usually how I would get to I would have got to my court dates, but we're on better terms now. And my dad, I actually talked to him while I've been in here, and he said as long as I'm able to get released, as long as I know my court date, he drives for the school bus in Columbus. He drives for Columbus City Schools, and he also has another job. But he said he'll take off of work to make sure that I'm here for my court date. And I just wanted to let the court know that I'm a single mother, and I just moved into a new apartment, and I updated my address as well already here.
No. Are you still in high school?
No, sir.
Okay.
I'm trying to work my way back in.
I see. Okay. But you're just barely 18?
Yes.
18 and a half?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let me take a quick look here at the file, and then we're going to decide what to do about your bond. So just hang tight for me, all right?
Okay.
All right. Well, Miss Hannah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance today on the condition that you abide by the terms of any active CPO. Now, I know from reading the narrative report that there's questions about whether or not the person who got it was trying to get it dropped or whatever, but the allegation right now is that it's active and you are subject to that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, so here's what happens next. Your case gets randomly assigned to a judge and set for a trial. We'll send you notice through the mail until and unless you get a lawyer. If you want to go for a court-appointed attorney, the applications are available to you at the jail, but since you're going to be released, they will not submit that for you. That'll be your job. It goes to the clerk of courts, and they can tell you where that is, but I'll give you a preview. It's on the third floor of the city building down at the corner of 4th and Main Streets. So, do you have any questions today?
No, sir.
All right, if you're going to get a lawyer, don't wait until the day of trial to do so, but you may go with the officer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Kevin Kid. Good afternoon, sir. You Mr. Kidd?
How you doing?
All right. You understand your rights, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you get a copy of the complaint?
Yes, I did.
Did you read it and understand you've been charged with theft?
Yes.
It's an M1, so it's up to 180 days, up to a $1,000 fine. Do you want me to read the complaint, or do you want to waive reading?
No, waive reading.
Okay. How do you want to plead?
Not guilty.
What's your current mailing address? What's the zip up there?
43071.
Okay. Now,
Yes,
who lives there, by the way, Mr. Kidd?
I have a camper that I live there. I just rent a lot off of somebody that owns the property.
Okay. But they let you use that address for mailing purposes?
Oh, yeah, I get mail there.
Okay, good.
Mr. Kidd is a cranky old man in a camper.
So, are you working these days? Are you employed?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be at work at 3 o'clock. I work at KFC on Cedar Street.
Okay, well, I think you're going to miss that shift today, but I don't see any reason to keep you in there otherwise. So I'm going to go ahead and cut you loose on a recognizance bond. We'll get this thing randomly assigned to a judge and set for a trial. You know the drill as far as the lawyer is concerned. Get an application for court-appointed counsel, but since you're getting out, you got to turn it in. Any questions?
All right. No, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kidd. You can go with the officer. Carrie Mcferson. Good afternoon, Mr. McPherson. You understand your rights?
Yes,
And did you receive a copy of the complaint?
yes, I did.
Did you read it? Did you understand what it is you've been charged with?
Yes,
Looks like it's a violation of protection order charge. It's an M1, so it's up to 180 days in jail, up to a $1,000 fine. Do you want your complaint to be read out loud, or do you want to give up that right?
give up that right.
How do you wish to plead to the charge?
I'm not guilty.
And what is your current address? And are you employed?
Yes, I got 2 jobs. I was supposed to have been at one here today, but I'm here. But one of them does asphalt at JD's Asphalting Company, and then the other's at Burton's Machine Shop.
Okay. How long have you worked at Burton's?
I worked there 5 years and went and got another job, and then I ended up going back part-time. So I'm back there helping them out now.
Okay. Are you a welder?
I'm a machinist.
All right, Mr. McPherson, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance today on the condition that you abide by the terms and conditions of any active protection order that's out there. This case gets randomly assigned to a judge and set for a trial. We'll notify you through the mail of when that's going to be, so make sure your address is complete, current, and correct on that bond you signed down there. And furthermore, if you're going to hire an attorney, start making those arrangements immediately. If you're going court-appointed, grab an application before you get released from the jail and get it turned in well before the next time you're supposed to be in court. Understand?
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, you may go with the officer. Thank you.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.